Hey guys, in my last video we looked at the touch end event, which fires when I click on somewhere in my screen. So we created this little app where we have this view with a black background color, an image with an Amazon icon, and a simple label which says this is a label. And when we click on either one of these, the event's going to fire, and it's going to say at the bottom, image was touched, view was touched, and label was touched. If you haven't watched my previous video, the number 31, I highly recommend you to watch it, because in this video we are going to be doing something similar. Now, what if I click on somewhere over here? Nothing's going to execute, the code's not going to do anything, it's not going to show anything because I haven't set it to. Now, what if I wanted to click on somewhere and move it around and then change this text so that it's going to display where my mouse or my finger or whatever you're using, depending on if you're using a simulator or an actual device, is touching. So we are going to be looking at that. Basically, this is really useful if you want to create apps like Angry Bird. So you click on somewhere and you hold down and you drag the bird to your bottom left and you let go. So basically that uses the touch move event, which gets fired when you click on that bird and then you drag it, and that pulling thing goes back, and then when you let go the bird shoots up. So we are going to be looking at the touch move event handler. Okay, so continuing from my last video's source code, we are going to be adding just a simple function and an event listener down below. Okay, so we are going to say win.add event listener. No, with listener, yep, that's right. And it's going to be touch move, not touch end. And then we are going to be creating a function called handle touch move. The function name could be anything, as long as you could like look back at it and say, oh, this is a function that takes care of my handle touch end event, and so on. So over here I'm going to say function handle touch move, and inside that we are going to say we want the touch move function to execute when we are touching somewhere that's outside my view. So not my image, not my label, not my view. So basically if I touch somewhere that is basically the position of Y that is bigger than 150, so not inside the view, so bigger than 150, I want this thing to execute or fire. So we are going to be creating a simple if statement. If something, we want this code to execute. So if e.y, so if the position of the Y that has been touched is bigger than 150, so if I touch somewhere that is bigger, that has a position, Y value position that is bigger than 150, so basically somewhere that's not within my view, I want this code to execute. So the results.text, I want that to be touch, actually you're touching and moving, what should I do? You're touching and moving X, you're touching and moving, and I want a new space, and I want to say X is plus e.x plus how should I do it? And then and Y is plus e.y. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so what I did there was I want when the position of Y is bigger than 150 when I touch it, I want the results.text to be the string you're touching and moving, and I want this new line with this /n, and I want it to say below X is e.x and Y is e.y. Now e.x is the current position of the X when you're touching and moving your finger / mouse, and e.y is the position, the Y position, when you are touching your finger / mouse in the Y position. So that's that, and blah blah blah, yep, that's it. And I am going to save my work because I've already added my event listener to my win. so I don't need to do anything else. I already have my image and label added to my view, and my view and results added to my win, and already opening my win. So I just need to save my work and run it on my iPhone simulator. Okay, so surprisingly, with no errors or no typos, my app has actually loaded on my first go. And if you look at it, it looks exactly the same as my previous video's app, which basically has the results text. And if I click on it, it's going to say image was touched, view was touched, and label was touched, and nothing has changed. Now that is because all I did was add my touch move event, add my handle touch move function. But if I click on somewhere that's outside or underneath this view, which has a height of 150, so if I touch somewhere and drag it, nothing's going to happen. However, if I click somewhere in this white space and drag, it's going to say you're touching and moving, and it's going to give you the X position and the Y position of your current, in this case, my pointer. So look, it says Y is 2 and X is 3 and Y is 151. And if I move it around, it's going to say X is bigger if I move it horizontally to my right, and Y is getting bigger if I move it downwards. So that's the touch move event, which gets fired when I click on a certain area that I stated with my handle touch move function. If Y, the position of Y, or the Y when I touched it, is bigger than 150, which is below this label, it's going to execute this piece of code which tells you that I'm currently touching and moving the X position and the Y position 141 and 284, or wherever you are. So this is really useful when creating certain games, like I said, for the third time, such as I don't know, Angry Bird, because that's like one of the best hit games in both iPhone and Android. I think it made like 20 million or something stupid like that. No, not 20 million, 6 million? I don't know. I have no idea of the exact figures, but it made millions of quid with that small yet addicting and entertaining app. Okay, so that was the touch move event, which gets fired when I click on something, hold my mouse / finger down, and I move my finger / pointer around. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching, and I think, yeah, I'll be continuing to produce more titanium videos because there's still a lot to look at, and I basically love playing around with accelerated titanium. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.